So now that it has been primed, it is time to do the main body color. So this is Mr. Color 74 Air Superiority Blue. So there is a bit of trim that I need to paint. So I'm going to be using Mr. Color 13 Neutral Gray, and that's what I've already done on some of the other parts that are going to be attached later. So the canopy frame is going to be painted this color, and there's also, if you could see, there's like some little parts here I've cut out. There's supposed to be like some little trim that goes around here that is going to be painted this color as well. So it's kind of fine details, and it's important just to go slowly, huh? Looks like this is a little bit too thin. Alright, let's take this off here carefully. Got this masking solution. I'm going to pull it off. Oh, I think it's coming up now. Oh, yes. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. It looks nice. I think I'm going to have to maybe do some touch-up. Actually, there's a little bit of a border that went around there. Shoot. Oh well. No, I think it's a problem with the paint job here. It just went on. I think when it auto leveled, it kind of. I don't know. Unless the masking solution lifted up around the corners a little bit. I don't know. Oh wow. Let's scrape off, expose. There we go. Expose the plastic more. Oh crap! My little friend fell off already. Jeez, the frickin' wheeze. Huh. There we go. Okay, back to here. Ah, crap. Got a little bit carried away with the glue a little bit. Well, I guess it's not so bad. It's not going to be too noticeable. So these little detailed trim on the X-Wing, or sorry, the TIE Interceptor here, they come in different parts, so you can like paint them separately and glue them on later. It's nice, except for one of them I kind of put a little bit too much glue on. Kind of splorched on there, and when I had to reposition the piece, kind of move the glue around a little bit. Kind of made a mess. Well, that should do it, I hope. And then this goes on to, ah, crap! There. Mm-hmm. Cool. Very cool. Very swanky neato. Instead of putting on decals and then another clear coat and then doing panel lines, I think I might just do panel lines and then the decals and just do them together and then do a flat coat on top of both. Might work, because the decals don't really overlap any of the panel lines, so should be alright. So I'm going to just try this out here to see if this is dark enough. This is panel line accent color gray. I do not wish to use black. Let's just take a look here and see how this is going to look. And again, it's too glossy. I knew it. This always happens to me. It's too glossy for this panel line stuff to really work, I guess. But actually, I think this gray is kind of subtle. It works. Yeah, I'm going to stick with this gray. It's just nice and subtle. Black would be way too much, I think. See, look at this. I'm having to just go over the entire line. Normally, you just drop it and then boom. It just fills in the line by itself, but that is not the case today with this, unfortunately. I'm getting really frustrated with this panel line accent color. I do believe that the GSI Crayols, like for example, this is multi-gray, which I could have used, but it's a little bit darker. I'll just continue to use this stuff, but I don't like how it's so inconsistent. Like, you know, you have to keep mixing it constantly, and it's really kind of aggravating. I don't like it. Don't like it. This one, you thin it by yourself, and I think it just works a lot better. Anyhow, I'm just gonna continue using this stuff though, since I already started it. I had to go over the lines like several times. I had to mix up the paint, and hopefully when I wipe it away, the stuff is going to remain where I left it in the panel lines. Yeah. There. So these two side panels are actually not mirror identical to each other, I don't think. Um, you know, maybe they are. Oh, I thought I had found evidence that that was not the case, but maybe it is. Yeah. Alright, I'll just continue going along here. It's convenient that this just comes out straight out of the bottle, but it's just kind of inconsistent, and I don't like it. I might start using this stuff more. I have just barely begun to use this. I used it on the eggplane flanker kit, the girl's hair. That was the only time I'd ever really used it, so I think I might be using it a bit more. So, okay, I'll just continue with this. So, the difference between this and the MPC Interceptor, in terms of these side panels, is that that one I had to do a whole bunch of masking off to get them to look right. This one, though, as you have already seen, is kind of like an empty frame, which is kind of nice, I think. Now, what I have done is I've kind of scraped off a bunch of the paint here to make sure that this is the plastic's exposed so that we can properly meld the plastic together here. And I'm going to cut this stuff off the runner here. You know what, I'm going to change the camera angle here. There. Okay, so let's add a whole bunch of glue here. And then this, oops. Where's my tweezers? Got some plastic shavings there. Okay. This goes straight in here. It fits nice. Look at that. That's really cool. Alright, now, we're gonna, on the other end here, the other side, this is cool. Got these little tinier pieces here that fit in just like so. And actually, I just clipped off number 13, right? And look at the instructions. Okay, so like number 13 is going to be here, okay. Now, the cool thing is that the plastic can just glue onto each other, to kind of fit onto each other. This is cool. So this Should fit. Actually, the other one was a little bit difficult, now that I remember. Got to get this lined up properly. And then when you push it in, it's going to be a tight fit, but look at that. Really, really nice. I'm curious how the Bandai Interceptor is. Gosh, maybe I need to just buy it. I really should just buy it, I guess, huh? I have built the MPC. I'm doing the fine Molds Interceptor. I also own the Argonauts Interceptor. That's a resin kit by Argonauts, which was an offshoot of, well, it was like a side brand of Aoshima. And that might not be something that's commonly known among sci-fi builder circles, but Argonauts was actually a different rebranding of Aoshima, just like Skynet, for example. This is not... I'm having the same problem as I did with the other one here. Now, where is my... There it is. I'm going to have to shave this down a bit. There we go. There we go. Look at that. That is super nice. Now, G9 is going to be the next one. These parts fit together fairly nicely. Okay. So this can be just put into place here. And what you could do is just, because these sandwich together, you could just basically just use the plastic, you know, the inside, and just glue it that way. And just let them hold each other into place, which is pretty cool. There we go. Okay. And then on the outside, it's going to be number 11. No, wait, no, number 12 actually, sorry. I think it does actually make a difference. At first I thought it wouldn't, but I think it does make a difference. Okay, here we go. Now let's just do a dry fit first to make sure this is not going to give us any problems, and it looks like it's just fine. So okay. Cool. I'll just continue doing this. The other thing I need to do is what, number 18? Oh, this is number 18. Yep, got another gate clip off here. I'm going to shave the parts where I clipped them off the gate just to make sure they're going to fit just fine. Alright, so then this is going to go here. we go. The corresponding piece is going to be number 15. Nope, I got the wrong one here. Number 16. Okay. Okay. This is the last piece. And with this, we're down. Great. I need to paint the base. I didn't show it. Actually, I was doing a Skype chat with Jared, Rebels at Cloud9, so I didn't really show this, but I've assembled the base, and so this is going... Oh, actually, no, not quite. I gotta put these guys into position here. There, like so. Now, what I'll have to do, actually, just apply some glue here. There. Cool. I'm gonna touch this up with some extra thin. There. I have used aircraft gray, Mr. Color 73 on the stand here, and I used number 315 gray for the little sign here. And yeah, the colors are okay, I guess. They're functional. So I just wanted something light to put the Sanar Fleet Systems TIE Interceptor sign on. And let's see if this is ready to come off yet. And it's not totally soft yet. Alright, here we go. Mark Setter. Put this on here. And slide this off. Jeez. Come on. Okay. Let's move this around here. Okay. It's not too bad, I guess. Yeah. There. Get some of that film off of there. That's left over from the micro decal film. Alright. I'm gonna try to get this as straight as I can. It looks okay, I guess, huh? Okay. There. Alright, lovely. And let me make sure this is ready to go. Okay. So I'm going to go over this with Mark Softer here. And then I'll go over this with maybe a flat coat or whatever. Cool. I'll do the same for this sign as well. Got a tiny little minute detail touch-ups to do before I do the coat.
Let's do Tamiya.
Oh, you want to work on the Tamiya sweets?
Hmm.
Okay, that'll be good.
Let's make the crate.
You wanna? Okay. I think we can do that today. It's getting kind of late though, isn't it? Are you gonna take a bath with Mama pretty soon?
I don't know.
You don't know? What time is it right now?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Well, we'll have to find that out.
But it's 9. Blah blah.
It's 9?
Mm.
It's after 9. We'll have to wait to do that tomorrow then with the Tamiya stuff, okay? Because, yeah, you're gonna have to go to bed pretty soon.
Look at this. This is my pet.
It's your what?
His name is Fumo.
That's great.
This is my pet.
It totally is. Don't let anybody say otherwise. Okay, I got a little bit, there we go, get rid of that excess. Okay, good. Alright, so I've been using neutral gray Tamiya XF53, and it's the same color as this neutral gray here, so just a tiny little bit touch up that needs to be done on these tiny little spots. Looks nice, I guess. There. Okay, cool. Now we are ready for the clear coat. I'm going to do a gold dull coat on this guy. And we're pretty much done. Unfortunately, I had a little bit of an accident. This little gun here, I had successfully super glued back on. And today this kind of fell off my table. I kind of bumped it off, fell on the floor, and I cannot find the little gun barrel at all. So this is roughly about like what, 6 millimeters or so. And what I'm going to do is try to use this pin, this push pin here, this whatever you want to call it, pin, and insert that into here. So what I want to do is I'm not going to try to video it. It's going to be too difficult to do a good job and video at the same time. I'm going to drill this in here and get back to you. I gave up using this pin. It was just way too difficult, and it was really thick. I was using my rotary tool to cut, but it was just too small and too thick to really cut it with anything else, and so it was just really not going to work out. So I'm actually using some electrical wire, which is kind of thick. You know, you can see it's not really moving. I just super glued this into position, and then what I want to do next is just cut it to proper length. Okay. You cut off a little bit more. Nope, you're not seeing this. A little bit more I need to take off. There. Maybe... Well, I don't know. See, there's like this little mushroom tip kind of a thing going on here. I don't know how I can replicate that. Let me find out. Let me think about this. Wow, okay, if this works, then I'm so happy because I don't even have to go to the hobby store to buy anything else here. I went back to my pin vise. I got my point... I think I went down to a 0.4. And next, this is so cool. Oh my gosh. This is going into right here. Now, what I need to do is just cut this. There. And let's see if this is too big. Or, yeah, you got kind of pinched. I guess I shouldn't be too choosy. Well, let's just put this into the hole. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is going to work. It just needs to be cut down a little bit. It's a little bit too large. So, what do I have? What can I use? I use this little clampy guy here. No. It's too weak, I think. Let me try to use this. And then cut this off a little bit more. Oh shoot, it went flying. Nuts. Nuts to that. Nuts. Oh. Okay, let's start this all over again. I'm not even going to try to look for that. Screw it. Well, at least this way you get to see it from the beginning here, huh? Oh my gosh. Alright, so drilled that hole. Okay. Now this just only needs to be really, really tiny here. Okay. And then let's put this in the hole, and that one went flying too. Alright, this is going to take a while. I'll get back to you. Alright, I got it. This is like maybe the third or fourth attempt, but here, this is it. So it's a little bit too large, but at this point I don't care. It's not going to be very noticeable, I don't think. So this is, yeah, it's a little bit larger than that, but whatever. Probably won't even notice unless I point it out to people, alright? So this has been super glued into place. That is now super glued. Now, next, oh gosh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, this is made by Wave Corporation. I like Wave, and actually my cutting mat is Wave. Let's see. What do you got for me? Oh, that's great.
What's this?
Hold on. Let me do this here. Alright, do it again. One more time. That's great.
I want to see it.
See what? I'll just wait a second here. Oh my gosh. Alright, so what am I looking for here? I want... no? Okay. Okay, go on. This is Mr. Metal Primer. I've never used this before. This is used for photo etch and crap like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna brush this on. Okay. So now that that is primed, I'll have to wait for this to dry, but it's interesting how it's clear, right? I'm just going to hand brush a bit of Mr. Color 74 Air Superiority Blue again, and then I'll be done. Okay, it doesn't take much paint. All I'm going to do is just dab some here. And I'm going to use Mr. Retarder Mild. Actually, I've never used this. Usually when I'm doing airbrushing or whatever, Mr. Color Leveling Thinner has a retarding agent built into it, right? So it's not really that necessary. But I don't really do a whole lot of hand brushing with lacquers because lacquers are rather difficult with hand brushing. In this case, though, I don't really have much of a choice because I would like to match the color. So just a tiny little drop. Hopefully that's not too much. Okay. And then I get my where's that brush? Here, I'll use this one. Okay, so the retarding agent is going to help this to be more easily hand brushed. And we're done. Already we're done. Oh gosh. This really makes hand brushing real easy, I think. I mean, I knew that, but this is my first time really using it. It's really cool. Well, that's nice. Alright, now let's do a little side-by-side comparison. Close this up. Got a little bit of excess here. Let me try to wipe this off. Wow, yeah, you can't do this with lacquers normally, huh? Ah. Okay, well, I think this is probably going to auto level because of the retarder. Where's the other solar panel? Here we go. Okay. So here's a side-by-side comparison. And it looks pretty close, actually. I don't think you would really notice it unless you really know what to look for, and that's going to be good enough for me. So, I was talking with Steve, SMKR, earlier this morning, and he recommended that I just, fashion my own somehow, and that's what I have done. So I used, again, just the magnet. Actually, it was off of a, no, I'm sorry, not a magnet, it was the LED lighting. It was an SMD, actually. The resistor, I got off the resistor of an SMD from HDA Modelworks. So, looks nice. I'm happy. Alright, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I have already shown doing some, actually, since I have this, I could do some touch-up here. I can do some touch-up here since I can hand brush the aircraft, or the Air Superiority Blue. Just hand brush it directly onto the little places where it might need some touch-up, but that's it, really. Okay, from here on, I just have to do the clear coat and then I'm done. Very, very nice. Oh, by the way, these two decals I had. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I had lost these decals, and so I just kind of fashioned my own. I had some like a spare. It was from a Dragon model kit. It was a German tank, and so I had like the German cross, and I just kind of cut off a couple of segments of the white decals, and there you go. That's where I got these two here's these two white decal placements here. So everything else, very cool, very happy.